Thank you, Mr. President.
Senator has the floor.
If no one else wishes to speak, thank you.
Senator has the floor.
I was just about to say before that was said how difficult it is to follow the junior senator from Richmond, and it got more difficult. Mr. President, a lot of folks have made a lot of great points about this. This bill is not a groundbreaking bill. It's not the first time that we've exempted services. It's been pointed out by the doctor from Henrico that hospital or facility in her area has previously benefited from an exemption. It was pointed out by the senator from Bedford about your predecessor carrying legislation for an exemption. And my predecessor also carried legislation. Both of them carried legislation that was successful to grant the exemption. And one of the things I really appreciated about the junior senator from Richmond's comments about the physicians and medical practitioners in this getting lost in the shuffle who are trying to provide the best care to their patients. And that's exactly what this bill is all about. In committee, we heard from Dr. Harding. Dr. Harding from Lewis Gale in Salem found his name in a national magazine for all the wrong reasons, not through fault of his own, but because of a very bad outcome that happened in the Roanoke Valley. And he came and he shared his story with us. And a few years ago, when we were still debating through the process if we should allow Lewis Gale to have a NICU, and the incumbent monopoly kept stifling it, and everyone in the delegation supported that. The doctor had to come a month later and testify with the strongest argument of all that he wished he couldn't make, which was an actual child, not a theoretical child, an actual child lost their life at his hospital because they were not able to be transferred to the NICU in time. And he believes that if they had a NICU, that child would have a much better chance. But the special ambulance to take the child from Lewis Gale to the hospital that currently enjoys a monopoly and advertises in our region that they have a monopoly on the NICU, that ambulance to get there wasn't available, and the child was lost. And that's why he came to speak for this bill and said why it was so important for our district, our community, that we have this exemption. And that's the same reason you just heard from the junior senator from Richmond, and it's the same reason why these bills were filed by 5 other legislators across the Commonwealth. And I hope it will be the pleasure of the body to pass Senate Bill 266.
I thank the senator. The question